it. You made it to the final workout of this 21-day girl challenge. I am so proud of you for making it this far. We're not quite done just yet. We have a full body workout coming up. We're going to work hard for this last workout. We're going to make it count. Let's do it. Warming up our bodies with a 2-minute plank today. So we're going to start this 2-minute plank in a forearm plank hold. We're then going to go into a 30-second hip dip. Remember, the hip dips can be done on your knees. It's going to be followed by a 30-second level up, up, down, down. It can also be done on your knees before we meet at the top, coming into a high plank for 30 seconds to finish off this 2-minute plank. Everything's very exciting today because it's the final time we're going to start with a 2-minute plank. Okay, so let's get to it in 3, in 2, in 1. So again, we are starting in a forearm plank hold. Feels good. Final warm up for this challenge. Draw the lower belly in. Every single time if you do this challenge again, or you do any of these videos again, you can really track your progress. Maybe you can hold a little bit longer. Maybe you start to think, when I first did this, you know, I thought it was really hard, and then now I feel like, wow, I can hold for 20 seconds, 30 seconds, a minute. Okay, we have our hip dips in 3, 2, 1, let's do this. So we're just hovering the hips from side to side. Take your time here. Draw the lower belly in. Feel the obliques on fire here as you just tilt the hips from side to side. Squeeze the glutes together. Draw the lower belly in. All right, we have our levels coming up. Remember, you can be right here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You come up, up, down, down. The same thing can be done on your knees. It can be on your knees as you go up, up, down, down. Try to push off the opposite hand every single time, just to give yourself a little bit of balance here. We're not working the same hand every single time. All right, 10 seconds. We're gonna finish this 2-minute plank with a 30-second high plank hold in 3, in 2, in 1. Let's do this 30 seconds. Woo. Let's push the floor away from us. Remember, you can walk the feet further away from each other just to give yourself a little bit more stability. Wrists in line with shoulders. Push the floor away from you. Breathe. Don't forget to breathe. Stomach in. Squeeze the glutes for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2-minute plank is done. So it's our final full body workout. We are, of course, going to do some bridges. We know our bridges very well by now. So it's going to be 2 rounds of bridges right now, and then we're going to end our workout with 2 rounds of bridges. Starting with our feet about 6 inches apart, toes facing forward. You know the drill. In 3, in 2, in 1. Your hips go up, lower them down. You go up and down. We squeeze and hover. We squeeze and hover. If you're listening to your favorite tunes, move your hips up and down to the beat of the song, but try your best to not even let your glutes touch all the way down towards the mat. Allow them to hover so that you're really controlling the movement. We're going to go into some heel raises in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hips up. Lift the heels up. Walk the toes a bit closer towards the glutes. Keep the hips elevated. Heels go down and up. Heels go down and up. You can either keep your hands by the side of the body, maybe inhale them up towards the ceiling as you go down and up as you go down and up. Breathe. Unclench your teeth, soften the breath, draw the lower belly in, squeeze the glutes together. We're going to go back to moving our hips down and up with our heels up towards the ceiling in 3, in 2, in 1. Heels high, hips down, hips up, hips down, hips up. Good. Breathing through this. Up and down and up. Make sure we're not holding our breath at all. In any of the exercises that we're doing, we want to allow the breath to flow. If you're holding the breath, you're actually working a little bit too hard. It's the same thing for yoga. Finding that sweet, sweet spot where you are working but breathing is normal. Okay, so we're going to have our pulses up towards the ceiling in 3, in 2, in 1. Let's pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go back to heel raises, down and up, down and up. You thought we were done, eh? Not quite yet. Almost there though. Up and down, you go up and down. Okay, so we're gonna go back to moving our hips up and down, but this time we're gonna go back to keeping our heels down on the mat. In 3, in 2, in 1, heels down, hips down and up, down and up. It's interesting to kind of reverse that, go back to where we left off or where we started and see maybe our bodies are feeling a little bit different. Like I can definitely feel that burn now that I'm here in that first part. We're gonna end this first round of bridges with some pulses up towards the ceiling. In 3, in 2, in 1, let's pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. So just bring your knees in towards the chest, give yourself a little bit of a squeeze. We're gonna go into isolating one glute. We're gonna lift one of our legs up towards the ceiling, the other one stays down towards the floor. Your leg can be slightly bent, arms by the side of the body, getting ready here. In 3, in 2, in 1, let's do this. Up and lower, you go up and down. Especially when we're isolating one glute, I really like to press my palms down in towards the mat. And when you lift your leg up, really press the big toe of the foot that's on the floor down towards the mat. Really feel the leg activate, feel the work of the inner thigh. All right, just a couple more up and downs. We have that final pulse with this leg up towards the ceiling. In 5, in 4, in 3, 2, 1, we pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right leg down, left leg up, or whatever leg was up or down. Let's switch it up and down. You go up and down. So now you're pressing the big toe, this leg, the leg that's bent, down towards the mat. Really press it down towards the mat so you can feel our one leg working, the entire thigh activate, the entire glute activate, our inner thighs on fire. Couple more ups and downs here before we come into that final 10-second pulse. Stay with it. In 5, in 4, in 3, 2, 1, we pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower everything down, bring your knees in towards the chest. Awesome job. Let's do a little bit of core work. Let's bring the soles of our feet together, the knees apart. Diamond crunches. Interlace your hands behind your head, lift the shoulder blades up and down. 20 seconds with a 10-second pulse. Then you can either keep your hands behind your head, maybe underneath the glutes, leg lifts, 20 seconds. Keep the low back pressed down towards the mat, and then a 10-second flutter before we go right back to our diamond-shaped crunches. So really activating our entire core. In 3, in 2, in 1, let's do this. Up and lower, you go up and down. Breathe. Exhale, down. Exhale, down. In these 21 days, I definitely feel my core stronger with all of our planks, with all of our core work. 3, 2, 1. Pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Leg lifts. Leg lifts for me, no matter how many times I do them, oh my goodness, I find them so challenging. So I breathe through them because I find that because it's a little bit more challenging, I tend to hold my breath. I tend to clench my teeth. So paying attention to that. 3, 2, 1. You flutter. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You go up and lower, you go up and down. Seeing if we can lift our shoulder blades a little bit higher every single time. You go up and down, you go up and down. Breathe. You have that pulse coming up. In 3, in 2, in 1. Pulse it. Either keep your hands behind your head, maybe bring your arms in front of you. You can lift the shoulder blades up just a bit higher. For 5, for 4, for 3,
2, 1. Coming into your leg lifts. Remember, our leg lifts can be done with the shoulder blades down towards the mat. I really want us to pay attention to keep our low back pressed down towards the mat. If that means you have to bring the legs up a bit higher, that's totally fine. Super important to protect the low back. Fluttering in 3, 2, 1. The flutters can also be done here with your shoulder blades down towards the mat. So we just have one more round of each exercise. Let's make it count in 3, in 2, in 1. Let's do this. Up and down you go, up and down. Final round, best time. Breathing through it, lift the shoulder blades. Upper and middle core are working here. Breathing through it for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. We pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is it, this is it. Let's work the lower core. Breathing through it. Let's see if we can keep our ankles together, toes apart, legs straight. Breathing through this. Last couple seconds. Really control the movement on the way down as well as on the way up. Flutters in 3, in 2, in 1 for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. All right, so instead of doing standing legs today, we are going to be staying down on our mat. We're going to come into a tabletop position, kind of working one leg at a time, and then we're going to go and work the opposite leg. So leg's going to be straight behind us. We come up, tap it down. We come up, tap it down. We're going to do this for a couple moments before we stay lifted, and you give me a couple little taps. Then we flex our toes down towards the floor and bring the ankle in and back, in and back. We do this a couple times before we pulse the leg up towards the ceiling. Then we're going to bring it down, side, in, side, in. Couple moments. We're going to give me a couple pulses, and then we're going to do large range of motion, and then we're going to pulse up towards the ceiling, and then one more to the side, okay? So all on one leg. Then we're going to switch to the other leg. Just switching things up for the final full body workout. So if it's too much on your wrist, you can do this on your forearms. We start with the leg straight, whatever leg you want to start with. In 3, in 2, in 1. So point your toes as you come up, tap it down, up, tap it down. So keeping the legs straight, keeping the hips in line so we're not twisting up towards the ceiling. Just lightly tapping it up and down. You have a pulse coming up, so we want to have the leg to be as long as we can, avoiding a bend in the knee. Get ready for that pulse in 5, in 4, in 3, in 2, in 1. Tiny little pulses up and up and up and up. Breathe. Okay, so we're going to be flexing our toes down towards the floor. Getting ready for that in 3, in 2, in 1. Bring the leg in towards you and then straighten it. This is a hamstring curl. Flex the toes down towards the floor. Take your time. Keep the leg up high. We're just bending the leg and then we're straightening it. We have a pulse up towards the ceiling coming up here in 5, in 4, in 3, in 2, in 1. We pulse it up and up, pulse and pulse. So start to feel that heat in the glute, in the legs. So working hard here. Remember, we're going to be bringing the leg down and we're going to go into our fire hydrant. So just bringing the leg to the side in 3, 2, 1. So bring the leg down. We come side and in, side and in. Breathe. Working our side glute now. Just coming out and in. It's okay if you can't bring your leg up super high. That's totally normal, as high as you can have it. So you really start to feel that heat in the side glute. You have a pulse coming up here in 5, in 4, in 3, 2, 1. Pulse it up and up. Okay, so we're going to be doing a mix of both, right? Bringing it in, up, down, side, in 3, 2, 1. You come side, up, in, side, in, up, down. Breathe. Side, in, up, and lower. Can you keep your toes flexed down towards the mat? You come side, in, up, lower. We have a pulse up towards the ceiling, getting ready for that. In 5, in 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Final pulse to the side for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a second. All right, let's get ready for the other side. In 3, in 2, in 1. Let's do this. Up and lower. You come up and down. Take your time here. Core is strong, pushing the floor away from you. Remember, if it's too much to be up here on your hands, you can do this whole thing down on your forearms. Draw the lower belly in. Watch that we're not dropping the head all the way down. Let's keep some length in our spine. You have that pulse with the legs straight coming up here. In 5, in 4, in 3, 2, 1. Tiny pulses. Remember, the next thing that we're going to do is flex our toes down towards the floor. We have that hamstring curl. You can take it a little bit slower here. In 3, in 2, in 1. Flex toes. So bring the knee close towards the glute and then extend it. So you're bending the leg, bringing the heel close towards the glute, and then you're extending it. Draw the lower belly in. Breathing through this. You're not clenching your teeth at all. We're going to be pulsing up towards the ceiling with the toes flexed down towards the floor. In 3, 2, 1. You pulse up and up and up and up. Just a couple more seconds here. We're going to bring the leg back down. We're going to come into those fire hydrants, bringing the leg to the side, working our side glute. In 3, 2, 1. You come in, side and together, side and together, working those side glutes. I always find this one to be the most challenging one. A little fire hydrant action over here. Get ready for the side pulse. In 3, 2, 1. You pulse it up and up and up and up. Woo! All right, so we're going to be doing a mix of fire hydrants and donkey kicks. In 3, 2, 1. Bring it in, up, in, side, together. You come up, in, side, together. Breathe up, down, side, in. We're going to go into a pulse up towards the ceiling. So the final pulse up towards the ceiling. Breathing through it in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay lifted. Pulse and pulse and pulse and pulse. Keep the toes flexed down towards the floor for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Final pulse to the side for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Let's work our arms just a little bit more. We did do a lot with our planking, and we are working them in that tabletop position. But for 10 seconds, let's come into our tricep push-ups. So keeping the elbows super close towards your body. 10 seconds, 10-second shoulder tap, release, repeat 3 times. We can stay on our knees for our push-ups as well as our shoulder taps. Get ready. 3, 2, 1. It's only 10 seconds. Keep your elbows super close towards you. Draw the lower belly in. Get ready for your shoulder taps. In 3, 2, 1. Let's do this. Tap and tap. Breathe. Tap, tap for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Shake it out. We have 2 more rounds, okay? So keep the elbows super close towards you. Getting ready here to do your second set. You can stay on your legs as well. Give it a try. Maybe try it on your toes or stay down on your knees. 3, 2, 1 for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shoulder taps. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. All right, so we have the final round. This is the last time that we're working our arms in this 21-day challenge. You guys are awesome. Okay, get ready. Final round, final round. 3, 2, 1. Let's do this. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Finish strong for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good work. Oh my goodness. Okay, so 3 more exercises to end our final day. It's gonna look like this. We're gonna do a bridge, 1 final little plank sequence, and then finishing with our bridge. So for our first or second last bridge, let's come into a Y stance. Feet wider than the hips, toes pointing out. Get ready. 3, 2, 1. You come up, lower it down. You come up and down. We squeeze and hover. We squeeze and hover. Core strong, glutes tight. All right, we're going to be moving our knees in and out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hips up, knees in, knees out. Knees go in and out. Breathe in and out. You got it. In and out. Either keeping your hands down on the mat, maybe give it a try. Inhale your arms up towards the ceiling. Feel the glutes on fire here. Inner thighs working as well. The next thing we're going to do, tiny pulses with our knees, more out than in. Just breathe here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do this. Pulse and pulse and pulse and pulse. If you start to notice that the hips are sinking down towards the floor, lift them up just a bit higher. Can you squeeze your glutes just a little bit more? I'm slipping back. Okay, we have our final pulse up towards the ceiling. Breathe here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do this. Pulse and pulse and pulse and pulse. Breathe up and up and up and up. Give me 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. So this is going to be your last plank. We're also not only working arms, core, but also a little bit of cardio in this. So we're going to come into a high plank position, mountain climbers, knee goes in and in. I really encourage you just to go slow here. It's going to be 20 seconds, 10-second plank jack. So foot goes out, in, just tap your foot. And then we're going to finish with another 20-second mountain climber, okay? All right, let's do this. Get ready. 3 and 2 and 1. Starting with the mountain climbers, I really shouldn't be calling them mountain climbers because I don't want you to necessarily jump them. I just want you to bring the knee as close towards your chest as possible. We come into those foot taps, into those step out plank jacks in 3, in 2, in 1. Your foot goes out, in, out, in. Push the floor away from you and breathe. This is awesome. This is your final little plank sequence, final little low impact cardio for your full body workout, for your final day. Make it count. You're almost there. 3, 2, 1. Let's do this. In and in and in. Feel the shake. Feel the bird. I'm shaking. Okay, guys, check this out. You only have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. My goodness, happy dance. You're almost done. This is going to be your final round of bridges and final exercise for today. Let's bring the soles of our feet together. We're going to keep our legs as close together as we can. Get ready. 3, 2, 1. Let's do this. Up and lower. You come up and down. So keep the legs squeezed tight together. So we're not only really targeting the glutes here, but also our inner thighs. But I need you to keep your legs as close together as possible. Can you keep your big toes touching, your heels touching? Get ready for your heel raises in 3, 2, 1. Hips high, heels up and down. Heels go up and lower. Try to keep your legs together. Even try to keep your heels together in this one. Breathing through this. Okay, we're going to go back to moving our hips down and up with our heels up in 3, 2, 1. Heels high, hips down and up. Squeeze the legs together. Breathe through this. Can you keep your heels touching? Only a couple more seconds here. Feel the burn. Love the burn. We're going to bring our knees in and out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everything's lifted. Just keep your knees out and in. Woo! Out and in. This one, if you can, keep your heels together. When you bring your knees close together, really feel that squeeze and hold here for a moment before you bring your knees back out. In and out. You come in and out. We're going to keep our knees out. We're going to pulse up towards the ceiling in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees out. We pulse it up and up. This is where my legs really start to shake, which is a good sign. Working hard. So we just have one more movement. We're going to zip our legs up back together. Tiny little pulses up towards the ceiling in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Zip the legs back together. 21 days. Finish strong. You're almost there. Stay with it. You are so strong. I'm so proud of us for doing this, for completing this challenge. Okay, challenge is going to be complete in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Oh my goodness. Yay. High fives, high fives. You are awesome.
Happy dance for day number 21. You did it. I am so proud of all of us for completing this challenge. I really hope you take a second to thank yourselves for dedicating these last 21 days doing something absolutely incredible for your bodies, for your minds. Please stretch. We really worked our muscles hard. I can't wait to see you again at Girl Workouts. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for joining me and have an amazing rest of your day.